Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. As you know, I've been off work with man flu, although I am getting better. Thank you everybody for your kind words, I do appreciate it. But as I mentioned, being at home and just having some time to kill almost in between having naps and so on, I've been trying to get some stuff built. No painting, just getting plastic melted and put together. And so I thought I'd make a start on this T34 which, as you can see, is from Tamiya, and it's the 1943 model. Now this is a really nice kit. What I didn't realise was that you can build an early version 1943 model, and you can build a late version 1943 model. The difference really is, you see on this picture here, you've got these two turret hatches, and they used to call that Mickey Mouse. It was a distinctive silhouette of the T34. And I assumed that this carried over from the earlier models. So this, well, it would suggest that this is an early version, but it doesn't quite. And the later version, you have a cupola, so it's raised above the turret. That is one identifying feature. Now what they've done here is they've included the cylindrical fuel drums, fuel tanks, and again that is supposedly indicating a late, not an early. The early T34 1943 had square fuel tanks on the rear of the tank. The other thing is, for the early tank, and again this is why this is showing an in-between of the two, on the early tank, this road wheel and this road wheel apparently had rubber around them, and then you had three steel wheeled road wheels. When it was a later version, they were all steel wheeled, and because obviously the Russian war machine was running out of rubber, and so you would have these two outer ones with the rubber around them to give you an idea that it was an early version of the T34 1943. So I have built it. Well, it is complete as the basic tank, and we'll just have a look at that now. So here it is. Basically I wanted to build it as an early vehicle. So I have included the two outer wheels, road wheels, with the rubber around them, and then the ones in between with the just the steel. As I say, really nice kit to put together. I also included the two Mickey Mouse type hatches for, to make it out that it's an earlier one. What I did decide to do though was leave the extra fuel tanks off the back. They would sit here and here, and I've left those off. I'm just going to do it as one without fuel tanks. And as you can see, these slots here are for the later fuel tanks, the cylindrical ones. If I just turn the tank round, you can see that you've got another two slots here. Now what Tamiya do, they do provide you with some baggage and boxes that you can hide these. You just basically put the boxes over the top, stowage boxes, and that will hide that. And that's why I say that this is, if you like, the base model, because it's now up to you to decide what stowage you throw on this tank in order to hide those if you're doing the early version. I did do a bit of damage on the tank. I just bent this this grab handle here, and I also purposely broke this one here on this side just to give it a bit of variation. I added a grab handle to the rear, you can just see it here, just a bit of bent wire, because there's supposed to be a grab handle on the back of this in order for maintenance guys to pull this open, and Tamiya hadn't provided one. What's also interesting is that Tamiya do provide a long length of rail that you could put along here, possibly for the light variant, because the Russians were catering for tank riders to ride. Obviously they rode the tanks into the front or wherever, and then jumped off as and when required. Tamiya have provided quite a bit of add-ons for this, which again I was impressed with. They've given you things like, as I say, the stowage boxes. They've given you what look like rolled canvas and baggage. They also give you the logs that what was it, to help the tanks get out of mud and things like that. They provide you with 2 of those. They provide you with spare tracks. This is some links here. That's not fixed at the moment, that's just slotted in there. I have seen some photos where the links were just slotted into in behind the grab handles. And as I say, I'm really impressed with this kit. I'm thinking of getting another one and doing it as a light variant. I haven't glued the barrel in, because I am considering getting a metal barrel to add to this build. So yeah, it was just a wonderful build to put together, and I'm looking forward now to putting some paint on it. They give you 3 crew figures as well. They give you the loader, which I think is this side, the commander, which comes out this side, and then they also give you a driver figure, so you could have this hatch open and showing the driver inside. What I've done is I'm going to have I've put the loader figure together, and he'll be basically sat here, and there'll be an interaction with something probably at the front of the tank down here. I have got an idea, but whether I can actually pull it off, I don't know. So I hope you like that little look into the Tamiya boxing of the 1943 T34. Perhaps some of you guys out there might be interested in buying this and making it up yourselves. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.